Welcome to Rapid Lick number 12. Alright, so today's Rapid Lick is a Vito Bratta lick. I'm just going to preface all of this by saying Vito is a really cool player, monster player, comes up with some really interesting and original ideas and licks. Really melodic, excellent tapper, lots of cool ideas and techniques. Definitely knew his music theory because he plays with all sorts of insane stuff. Anyway, so I'm going to try and teach you the one lick I know. It's the lick from Radar Love, the cover they did. There's a section right before the solo where he plays this. It's a diminished lick and it sounds super cool. So what I've done is I've taken that lick and in the usual fashion of this channel, I've made it longer and harder to torture you. So I'll show you how that goes and I'll teach you how to play it. So for the purpose of this lick, I'm doing this in G diminished. I can't remember how Vito plays this in the actual song, but this is the key that I picked for it just because it kind of worked for the fingerings. And yeah, if you don't know what G diminished is, I highly recommend you go and check out what the diminished scale looks like before you dig into this. If not, I'll just show you quickly the notes here that we're going to be playing with. We're not going to use all of them, but this is the G diminished scale. Got it? Good. Okay. So that's basically the way I like to think about diminished stuff, is whenever you do a lick in diminished, if you're going to be continuing on with the diminished pattern, you can repeat the exact same pattern, but just slide up 3 semitones and do the same thing again. So basically the idea is, since we're doing this in G, so that's G right there, so we've moved up 1 semitone, 2 semitones, 3 semitones, right? And then I can repeat that again just by making that same movement, so like that, okay? So basically anything you do in diminished, you can move around like that and it'll work. Okay, so the lick itself. This is kind of a nuts lick. It's a string skipping diminished lick. I forgot to mention that, just to add a little bit more challenge to it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off way back here on my high E string on the 3rd fret. So, downstroke on the E string 3rd fret. Jump over the middle string there, the B. And then you're going to be playing with an upstroke on the G string 6. Pull off to 5, pull off to 3, and that's licks. This is what we have so far. Now, in order to make this lick a complete sequence, you need to climb back up. So we've got, now just hammer on in the sequence you pulled up. So we're hammering on from the 3rd to the 5th, from the 5th to the 6th. So all together. Good. Now I repeat this sequence twice before I move, so go ahead and do that twice. With me? Good. Now comes the fun diminished part where we shift this entire pattern up 4. So now we're up here on the 6th fret. So as you might have already guessed it, we're going to repeat the exact same pattern. Nothing changes, same movements, but just starting off now on good old fret 6 on the high E string. So this is what we have. With me? Good. All right, let's play up to here so far. Okay, good. You've done that twice. Now we're going to shift up again. All right, so now we're up to the 9th fret of the E string here, the high E string, and we're going to play the exact same pattern again. Good. Now that you've done that twice, slide up once more. And now we're on to the 12th fret on the high E string. And you got it. We're playing this one last time. Good. All right, so once we're up to this last section here, and you've done that twice, now what I want you to do is play the 14th fret on the B string. So pick that, and then pick the 12th fret on the G string. Hear that? Pretty darn spicy. Ooh. Yeah, that's spicy, all right. That's because this is, you can hear it, it's a tritone. That's a flat 5, so from what would be the G string, right up there to the D flat. Tritone. Anyway, so now that we've done that, we're gonna take this shape, this tritone shape, and slide that up again 3 semitones. Play it again. So that's I gotta look, that's the 17th fret on the B string and the 15th fret on the G string. So, and yeah, we gotta slide up again to another position. So again, another 3 semitones. So now I'm playing on the B string the 20th fret, and on the G string the 18th fret. Instead of just playing these ones once like I did with the other ones coming up here, I'm gonna come back and play this one last time. So it'll be like that. So make sure you play the B string 20th fret again. Okay, good. Now that we've gotten that far, and you've gotten to that, the next little piece is pretty neat. What I'm doing is I'm grabbing the 21st fret, picking that on the E string, pulling off to the 18th, playing the 20th fret on the B string, like that, and then going back to the high E string on the 18th fret. Now that's not the end of the sequence, so we've got like that. Now to really end this on a spicy note, what I play is that, which is basically just the G and that D flat again, so the tritone. And I'm playing that basically by doing the 20th fret on the B string, and then I'm playing the 21st fret on the high E. So here's that whole little sequence together. Perfect. So let's play this all together one time slowly. Good. All right, let's do this a little bit quicker. Perfect. All right, maximum speed. All right, so that's the Vito Bratta diminished string skipping legato lick sequence thing I put together. Again, it's very reminiscent of the phrase that he plays in the solo from Radar Love. Really neat player, really cool stuff out of the 80s. If you're not familiar with this playing, I highly recommend you go check out some old White Lion records. You'll definitely be impressed. Every solo he does is amazing. Anyway, so it's a pretty cool, cool little pattern. Feel free to use this in your own playing. It sounds super out there, outside of the box, really interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to get under your fingers, but once you get it, because it's mostly legato, the only really tricky part is that nasty little string skip. One thing that you might want to do when you're playing this, if you're having trouble, especially when you get up here repeating the sequence, you might want to do this maybe instead, because you see I'm using my my pinky and my ring finger. You could just use your ring finger and your middle finger. Like that. That might be a little bit easier for you as an option. So, I mean, play around with that, see what feels comfortable, and carry on. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today, so I hope you enjoy the video. Feel free to hashtag yourself playing along to it, or coming up with any other interesting phrases kind of based off of this technique at hashtag RapidLicks on Instagram, or hashtag RapidLick12, and I'll come find you, check it out. Love to see what you're doing. Anyway, so again, that's it. That's all I got. And until next time, keep on shredding. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now. How do you,